Internet friends, what's up? It's Darkmech here, and I wanted to do a bit of a video about my thoughts on what it was like leveling in Legion. I don't usually sort of do these videos, but considering I've been lucky enough to get the beta access, I thought I'd try and give you as much info as I could, and how I found leveling in Legion. Now, I hate leveling generally. I really don't enjoy the leveling process of any game, especially WoW. So for me to say I really enjoyed leveling in Legion, it's a pretty big thing. So there was a lot of things that obviously happened because we're testing a game that's not yet finished. There was a bunch of phasing issues where you couldn't do anything for days, lag, all that kind of stuff. But putting all of that sort of shit experience aside, it was absolutely amazing. I'd say on a Demon Hunter from 98 to 110, it probably took me about 14 to 15 hours, and that's an approximation, obviously trying to take out the time for lag phasing. But you can actually level up really sort of quickly throughout this the way it is at the moment. Whether or not it hits that way live or not will be another thing. From the zones, you'd know we've got the new zones: High Mountain, Stormheim, Valshara, and Azuna for leveling. High Mountain and Stormheim were amazing. They were really, really fucking good zones. Really good quests, and just really, really enjoyed them. Valshara was amazing story-wise. I didn't think the questing was as good as High Mountain or Stormheim, but the story-wise in Valshara was probably the best. And Azuna. I really want to say the word AIDS when I think about Azuna, but it wasn't that terrible, but it reminds me of Vashir, like in Cataclysm. I don't really care if I never go back there. Like, I know I'll probably have to, but there wasn't really anything about Azuna that really did much for me, and it's probably why it's already being called Arsuna. But, not everyone's going to like it. I'm sure there's people out there that absolutely love it, but for me, it was probably my least favorite zone. It's the zone I started in as well. So in the next build of Legion, not the one that they've just done an update today for the build on Legion, but in the next one, they're actually going to drop the total amount of XP required from 100 to 110 by 11%. So some of you may have seen my manager at Swag Donald Asmongold's video about leveling. He hit 108 before he had to go and farm 2 levels out. I got 109 and just over halfway, and I did all the bonus quests, all the quests, and one quest I couldn't complete because it was bugged, and then I had to go and grind out the last few bars. So it's probably good. It means that you'll probably maybe have a surplus of a few quests, but otherwise I had to finish all the zones and I still had to go and grind. All in all, though, the scenery looks absolutely fucking amazing. The designers have done an absolute fucking baller job. Like, the game looks fucking great. The quests themselves, as I said, they're really good. There are a few sort of what the fuck moments in some of the quests. In one, you play like Don Burke and grow trees. Now, no one outside of Australia is going to have any idea who the fuck that is, and if you weren't born before 1990, you're probably fucked as well. So Don Burke, look him up, check him out, get hooked. Leveling via dungeons at the moment is rubbish. It's really, really slow. Questing is easily 50% quicker. You will waste a lot of time leveling if you want to go via dungeons. At the moment, that's not to say it'll carry over live, but I think with this big push to get people out into the world, running around, exploring and things like that, they may sort of leave it slightly skewed that way, and it certainly was so much quicker leveling via quests, as it sort of always is most of the time. The last thing I want to mention, and this is once you've, well, actually you can do it from 101 or at 110. If you remember the Kirin Tor Ring in Wrath of the Lich King, and I think it was about 8,000 gold from the JC crafter in Dalaran. Well, they've bought that ring back. They've remodeled it for Legion. It's an 865 eye level ring, and you're going to want it pretty much from the get-go. It can be equipped at level 101, as I said, so it's obviously amazing for questing, and the item level boost when you're 110 trying to get into normals is well needed. So at the moment, and I don't know if it's placeholder value or if it's going to stay this way, the ring is worth 200k. So I thought I'd make mention of it now so you guys have got time if you needed to farm that 200k going into Legion. But it's something that you're really going to want to have, and as I said, I don't know if they'll leave it that way or if it's going to be like a gold sync because there's going to be so much fucking gold coming out of WoD into Legion. They also raised the gold cap in Legion to 10 million, so I very much thought that we'd see sort of a downscale in gold with them taking out garrison gold follower missions and things like that. But I guess we'll really have to wait and see with them raising the cap if gold will be ridiculously easy to come by again, or if they're putting all these sinks in place to try and normalize the economy again. So that's it, guys. Anyway, that is a brief thought, I suppose, on the leveling process so far that I've seen in Legion. As I said, I really fucking love it. So hopefully you guys will too. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you all next time. See you guys.